Welcome back to Schneider Plays Destiny with Cryptarch Metaphor.
Well, you mean Defrowser, because the rest of Cryptarch Metaphor is not here.
You're still a member, though. And
kidnapped.
Presumably, at least one other member is going to show up for the stream.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. I haven't heard back from her.
Well, there's Shaq as well.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming Shaq's going to show up, but he always shows up. Old reliable, right?
Pretty much is. Well, I'm waiting for Destiny to load because it takes several thousand years.
Thanks, game, for giving me another Skyburner's Oath.
Excellent. So, I made this incredible toast today.
Toast.
I did it in the fry pan.
Really?
Yeah.
French toast? Or just toast?
Just toast.
Huh.
You're not going to get toast like that from a toaster.
Intrigues me. Maybe I'll try it.
Just take a little bit of olive oil. Season it the way you want. You know, salt, pepper, garlic. Maybe you want something a little more sweet. Yeah. I'm just checking to see if there's any extraneous adventures to do.
We still have to finish up the... Do we finish up all the meditations on our respective other characters? I don't think we did.
Yeah, so we're actually going to spend some time on Nessus. The next story is on Io, but it requires level 11, which I don't have yet. And Nessus has like 1,000 adventures to do. So...
Yeah, I'll be joining you here shortly. I'm busy taking care of some things in the tower and some other extraneous bullshit.
I'm just going to start doing adventures so you can join whenever. We're going to do all these adventures so I could, 1, show them on stream, and 2, get my level up for the story. But yeah, just you need oil though. I like to use olive oil because it's lighter, doesn't add too much of its own flavor, and it's a little bit healthier. You can use butter if you want, you can use vegetable oil, doesn't matter. But the trick is, you just put a drizzle of oil in the pan, and then you just do a quick drizzle on top, and the oil toasts the outside without burning it, really quick, warms up the inside, and the oil that seeps in helps toast that too.
And this is darkish nut.
You can get a nice seasoned toast, which you can have complement with anything. You can even use it to make into croutons or breadcrumbs. So if you make macaroni and cheese, you can make your seasoned toast into breadcrumbs to go on the top of the macaroni and cheese.
We used to make our own croutons at work that way.
Yeah, like with a good crouton, you could do it in the fry pan and then finish it in the oven.
We made ours primarily in the oven.
Which is fine, it's just quicker. If you start it in the frying pan.
Some might say it's extra thick.
Those people would be great.
We found something on the body. These are cool.
A lot of people are afraid of the frying pan. They think it's like a lowbrow cooking method, but it's actually a great and handy way to speed things up.
Not on our
you're talking cast iron, I'm assuming, right?
Thank you very much. Continued
cast
existence
iron,
is one of my prime directives. It was the
you know,
Cade unit who led the
aluminum
fallen to me.
with
It totally blew
Teflon
my
coating,
cover. All of this
galvanized, doesn't matter. The point is that just a frying pan is an important tool that a lot of people overlook.
Some might say most important too.
Well, if you have one with a metal handle, right, it has to be metal all the way through. You can even transfer it directly into the oven. So you just start in the frying pan, leave it in the frying pan, and then put the whole thing in the oven and finish it. If it has a metal handle.
Okay.
That's why it has a metal handle.
Well, see, all the fry pans we have here, if they're not cast iron, they don't have metal handles. We saw the ones that I've seen in stores.
Well, probably all the ones that you could afford from one of those stores would be like that. You have to go to an actual cooking store to get ones made of other materials with metal handles.
Yeah, we don't have actual cooking stores here anymore, so I run a business. Or
But yeah,
out of business, maybe.
but like any kind is fine. But if you want something that's not cast iron, because cast iron's just heavy, hard to work with sometimes. If you want one with a lighter, if you want one out of a lighter material, they do cost a bit more, and they're usually from specialized stores.
Like I could go to a place like it's called GFS, Gordon Food Service here, and they have stuff like that. But that's about the only store left here, and those tend to be the really expensive because they're for like restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
We used to have a cooking store here that sold all that stuff. I think the department stores pretty much kind of drove them out of business.
It's hard to compete with those low prices.
Right?
And
it's also
like,
hard to compete when one store has everything.
For home cooking, you don't need that caliber. It's nice to have it, but you don't need it.
I still need to buy a set of pots and pans. I've just got some stuff I've put together from donations from family.
Like, even fucking Walmart, you can get a cooking set that will do for home cooking. Like, if something calls to be cooked on the stovetop and then put in the oven, and it's not, you know, too high heat, you can use a glass pie plate.
Wow is not a helpful term on the battlefield, Ghost.
And put it on the stovetop and then transfer it to the oven. You just don't have a convenient handle to transport it, so you need to have a
like they've stolen themselves a toy.
baking mixer. The next best thing. That's crazy. That's what I did the other day. I was trying an apple crumble, which I've never made one that way before, so it was awful. But I wanted to, because it's a lot quicker than doing it the traditional way, which is all in the oven. And you, instead of mixing the sugar in and just kind of letting it settle over the apples, you caramelize the sugar, like you make a literal caramel, and then you put the apples into that. The problems I had was we didn't have caster sugar, which is just super fine sugar, so it melts at low temperature. So I hadn't burned the caramel, like it didn't taste carbonated. It wasn't sweet either, so it was overcooked for sure. And the apples that I was able to get in season turned out to be too bitter. So then when you put a little bit of lemon juice in, which, well, when you make anything with apples, you generally add a little bit of lemon juice to balance the sweetness and adjust the acidity. And for a crumble, it also stops the crumble from sticking to the bottom of the dish. But the apples are too bitter, so it turned out kind of tart with the lemon juice.
Not about tart in forever.
I mean, like tart as in the flavor, not as in the.
No, you mentioned tart, and I was just thinking because I'm hungry. It's like food.
It's really easy to make, like a butter tart.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying I haven't had one, but
just make a butter tart. It doesn't even have to be like a bite-sized one like Grandma makes. It could be like get yourself one of those aluminum pie plates, the small ones, like meat pie sized, and just make a big tart. And have it in servings. Anyway, the whole conversation was because I made this amazing toast, which I made with some eggs. I want toast and eggs. And I've got all this, like, flavor in the pan. Why don't I just put that flavor in the toast?
Right.
So I did the eggs, seasoned, fried, put them out to cool, because they're way too hot to eat when they're right out of the pan, and then threw the toast on, took like 30 seconds. Better toast than you have with a toaster. So your eggs, while it's still warm. I have thought about adding a cooking segment to my channel.
Let's see who's been sending these
I just don't have an external camera to do it with. I mean, you kind of need that. Like, even if you don't show yourself, you still need to show the food.
Well, yeah. External cameras aren't that expensive these days, though. Really look for. And you could use your laptop if you really need to.
It's so bad, though.
I know, but I'm just saying.
That's how to get people to stop watching the channel. Use your laptop as a camcorder.
I think we've got this taken care of. That fallen crew won't be bothering you anymore, failsafe.
No. Good work. And, like, laptops are so cheap these days, they don't even come with even Windows Movie Maker anymore.
You are clearly optimized to
solve
that's
problems
Microsoft's
created
fault,
by the K unit.
That must be one of your designated
well,
day-to-day
like,
functions.
to an extent. It lets them make cheaper laptops.
Well, no, because the price of Windows hasn't gone down.
I missed a resource.
Like, it's included with Windows, typically, so you'd think if they didn't include it, the price of Windows would go down and how much down laptops, but it hasn't. So they just took a feature out. You don't get any through savings for it.
Well, I think that, like, your Walmart laptop is just made of such cheap materials anyway, that it can't support a lot of the features the old ones used to have. Because, like, you used to get a laptop, and it had, like, 30 fans in it, and it was an NVIDIA, and, you know, it had balls. You get a laptop from the store these days, and it's like, my watch almost has as much power as this.
Well, it depends on where you're getting it and what you're getting. I mean, you can go to a Best Buy or something and still get laptops like that. The issue is most people these days don't really need that caliber of graphical potential.
When you're a university student, you need something like that. You're gonna play games between classes. That's just how it is. It's a long day in university, and you don't have time to do anything else to unwind, except play, like, fucking Tetris on Facebook. Is that still a thing?
I wouldn't know. I don't do Facebook.
I don't either. I just know that's what people did all the time. Was they would have, like, this versus Tetris or something. I played Final Fantasy between classes. I'd have my login all ready to go. Class ends. I'd, like, hit the button, start loading it up while I'm walking between classes. We're doing Unbreakable now, which is one of the most annoying adventures in the game.
In your patrol area have upgraded their barrier technology to be impenetrable, using a new, unidentified energy source. Nearby constructs should have the data we need to locate a sample of this technology.
Unbreakable shield sounds bad. Let's take them apart.
So, the plot here is basically the same as Deathless, which we did on Titan. There's an enemy that can't be damaged or defeated by normal means, and we have to go kill it.
I skimmed the cores. There's a weird energy spike nearby that might be what we're looking for.
World's
I would be
luckiest
happy
Harpy.
to analyze any samples you obtain. I need a life. Someone get me off this rock.
I need to hurry up and get through this, what I'm working on real quick.
We
just so I
got
don't
the
have to give
spike.
her full speed.
There's a Minotaur here using those fancy shields.
The captain always finds a way.
He has one of the most annoying voices I've ever heard. And I've heard some pretty annoying people.
I think you're just salty.
I detect additional spikes nearby.
What do you mean? You
We
think I'm
should
just
collect
something?
them for
Oh,
analysis.
salty.
Perhaps we can discover how they are producing it.
That Rahul gave you a shitty payout in Destiny 1.
You can go to hell. He's an income stealing asshole.
Back in the day, you could actually get a reward less than the engram you put in. I don't know if you're around for those days.
Dude. I'm not like Gabby.
Were you like right from the start though?
Dark Below.
Yeah, so I think they fixed it by Dark Below. But you can give him like an exotic and he'll give you like green.
Were exotic engrams even a thing back then though?
Yeah. Map. Work with me.
What?
Oh, the
Captain, additional
map
energy
is
pools
doing what
overhead.
Destiny maps are good at. Just pointing in every direction simultaneously. Oh. You know, this ledge grabbing mechanic is pretty cool, but it barely works when you need it to. It loves to work when you don't need it. Whatever works to your disadvantage. Like, I don't know if there's texture edges that denote their climbability. But sometimes you just slam into a corner chest first, and sometimes you grab onto it, even if it's over your head. Or you catch your little baby toe, which was the whole reason that this system was invented, to stop this from happening, and you don't make it.
Superb data. I have located one final set of fonts for you to collect.
Failsafe, this is turning into kind of a long walk.
Hey, at least you can walk.
Alright, so
I
it's
live in a
probably best
dilapidated
to
boat.
try and get on here, and then walk across. Just super him down.
I've traced the samples to one source and have pushed its coordinates to your tracker. I do not believe the Vex will want to give up their fancy shields. You You're gonna have to make them.
Failsafe for usual chip yourself.
It depends on which failsafe you're talking about.
The morose one, of course.
Morose. That's the one who is
not
depressed,
chipper,
right?
Yeah. There's morose and chipper failsafes.
You use words that I don't use and don't hear very often, so it takes me a minute to remember the definitions. I'm not saying, and by no means it's a bad thing, I'm just saying it takes some remembering.
So I could actually die here. This is kind of a silly stage. So we have enemy waves, and we also have an unkillable Minotaur lurking around that we have to get into those energy spikes to damage. And then we need to grab an orb, put it into a receptacle, shoot the thing in the middle, and repeat that until the thing in the middle is destroyed. But the Minotaur always hides.
Like a little biatch.
So you grab some energy, and then he buggers off to some other place. And you don't have very long in the timer. I'm gonna see if I can get him to follow me over here.
You're doing the Vex shield one, right?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, this
Apple.
this and Deathless are like the most annoying of all time. One down.
That's actually the first time I've gotten a Hawthorne field forge shotgun.
I've got like 6 in a row, and like I really liked it the first time, and then it got far less interesting after that. It's a nice piece.
Hello,
I just don't need like 500.
hello, the boss. Welcome, die.
Did you say that?
Push them off the side of the car.
Say hello to the old tower.
This is Sparta!
Although it's not as much of Sparta as our Neo stream. Where we kicked a flying enemy off the edge.
That was hilarious. Was it, did I manage that one, or did I cause him to fly off? I can't remember if I kicked him or I caused him.
I think that we used up his flight and then caused him to dodge off the edge. But, why mince? Just accept that we caused him to fall off the edge, and then told him exactly where this was. Not keeping up.
I mean, are you keeping me up? I'm golden. I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
I guess we had so much damage in the first phase that we just get the third phase instantly. So even though it's a little annoying, we don't kill all of these, because they'll continue being tricks, regardless. I just want the Minotaur to know I saved this for him. See, I went all the way to the bottom to grab a charge. Now he's in the ceiling. stone.
Ready to stomach them off.
I don't know if anyone's scum is that great. Aside from the one scum who actually is worst.
And by that you're referring to Gaston?
Of course.
Failsafe. We can
Alright, that
report
actually
those
went
shields
really well.
Won't be a problem anymore.
Submachine
Nice
gun,
catch.
good for this
The
mission.
Vex Collective is reporting
I showed
the
up
same
just in
thing.
time to leech off the rewards.
Hopefully, they do not possess the
good for the
resources
clan.
to do this twice.
Part of the clan, part of the clue. I did say clue.
Part of the rape.
I said clue on purpose, but apparently you didn't take note because you're too busy making sexual gestures.
I heard it, I guess didn't quite get it.
Because you couldn't get a clue.
You're hopeless.
Set you up so hard. You got baited like a fish.
As long as it's not baited like anything else, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, but like a master. Alright, we're gonna grab another adventure. Deep conversion.
Heh.
Captain, I have identified multiple
So
data-rich caches to plunder. I have
So
created
this one we have to go
unauthorized login
play
for
with
the friendly
balls
ghost.
on
The
platforms
Vex will believe
that are
he's
covered in
one of them.
electricity.
Ideally, they will share their secrets.
That's actually very helpful of you. Let's
So
see
we
what we
basically
can
just have
learn.
to scan every single one of these. And they'll switch. One will be electric, and the other two will be clear.
The platforms are charged.
Where are you?
Is this a deterrent or an experiment? I can never tell.
I'm in the central area.
Artifacts Edge?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I have to run because you're in the middle of an activity technically. Fuck. Oh, I'll just take the good old Sparrow Express.
Anyway,
Failsafe, this login is perfect. I'm pulling all
So
kinds
we
of
get
data
all
on
three
Cabal
scans,
fleet movements. Zavala will
and
love this.
apparently
Happy to
the
oblige,
Vex
friendly
start
ghost.
hitting on my ghost.
Marking additional caches.
I like how she still has to keep putting friendly in front of his name. By the way, did anyone ever bother to actually ask our ghost if he has a name? Or what his name is?
Name's Ghost.
Like,
Welcome to the stream.
shut up.
So yeah, the platforms will change as we progress.
Do you make ruining any of my, like, questions or jokes, like, part of your, like, grand goal in life?
I don't have a grand goal in my life.
You say you do or you don't?
Not anymore.
That's impressive.
Oh, bugger me. I jumped to another platform to get away from electricity, and that's the platform that chose to be electric. But we do have to stand, basically, in this white circle
I
somewhere
think they're onto us.
for the scan to
I
count.
believe you are one of them. What did you ask?
Nothing. I asked them what they're doing on this planet. Did I offend them?
The enemies are a little out of control, considering
Don't worry,
that
help's here.
the floor keeps becoming my enemy.
These data cores the Vex are dropping. They contain answers to my questions.
Perhaps they are attempting to interface with the friendly ghost, and you, Captain, are in their
Ideally,
way.
we want to pick these guys
I'm
off
so sorry. I'll fix this.
while we're getting the scan before the floor becomes electric.
Get them to stop. They're trying to tell me about something called the first
Because you don't
program.
really get enough time
the
to start
timestamp
healing.
that precedes the Golden Age. How is that even relevant?
They say you lack a holistic perspective. They want to help.
I don't want their help.
Does that one require assistance?
That's required before the start.
Oh fuck.
Guardian down.
I broke my ankles.
And like, the number of snipers, a little bit ludicrous.
Now I know why Asher's ghost never talks about her encounter with the Vex. They keep telling me to come home. Anyway, this data is too valuable to pass up.
Wait, Asher's ghost is
more
a female?
access point at
Oh
the
dear
top.
god.
Maybe he could try to integrate since he's part Vex.
Oh my god. Broly, shut up. We're not talking about Claptrap here.
Friendly Ghost, bad news.
I'm just saying, Asher's part
Collective
Vex
is
now.
dispatching a Vex mine to help you terminate the captain.
Tell them to stop. I'm so sorry.
I have no way to do that. But the Vex seem to like you very
If you
much.
do enough missions for him, there's a specific one you have to do. He'll tell you about his arm.
No, I've done all of them. I've heard.
He's like,
His arm's slowly killing him.
he's like, and now you know I'm a foot. So that.
And now you don't what?
He's like, and now you know I'm afraid. So there. Oh, excuse you, Jeff.
Headshot.
That mind said one last thing as it died. It's afraid. Afraid of your light. The one thing in this galaxy it can't simulate. Probably old news to Ikora, but I'll ping the Vanguard.
Your query has terminated, Ghost. The Vex Collective hopes it has answered all of your questions.
We also get a little
user within the
tidbit about
network named
Osiris.
Osiris sends his regards.
Oh, Ikora definitely needs to know about that.
I love that. You want to go, shut down their drill if we still can?
Sure.
I'm not going to override it, but I'll at least take their credit for it.
Oh, so you think you're gonna
Oh, we
come
got
in
more
here and
time.
dig, do you?
Well,
Stop them, I
well,